Welcome to Hearts of Iron 4. So today we're going to be playing the 1814 Congress of Vienna. So we're greeted with all your egotistical monarchs. Alright, so looking at the map, we look quite big. It's not until you actually load into the game and click on France that you realise how terrible the situation actually is. So first I will overview Spain for you guys. So we have one division defending against these four. We have a line of infantry. Next, I will look at Italy for you guys. So we are at war with Austria, and that place isn't really there. So obviously these guys are just going to go here. We've got one line of infantry. Got Joachim Murat in charge of Naples. He is going to flip soon historically, so eventually we're going to have to deal with him. And then we have the main theatre. You can see we have 38 divisions. Naples has 12. Also have Denmark in a faction. But yeah, our enemy has about 113 to 352 divisions. So that is quite a lot. So first of all, I think the first steps would be getting these troops out. So getting this guy to go up here. And I will draw the front and we'll return in just a minute. It's a very pedantic setup, this, because we have lots of crossings which we have to defend, because these have their own like separate front lines, as you can see. They have their own separate front lines. Each single one of these guys has a separate front line, so it's an absolute nightmare to keep track of. We're going to set up an Italian front, so it's three divisions there. Okay. Now Spain's just going to have to hold somehow. Yeah, Corsica is going to instantly fall, by the way. There's nothing I can really do to stop that from happening. Sardinia's just going to walk in, so we're going to lose a corps straight away. I will also request this guy's divisions, even though he's going to betray us soon. But yeah, it's mainly guns we want to focus on. Port lines in pretty obvious places we need to defend. And that'll do for now. I'm most worried about this, though. That is my main concern. We have no focus tree, really. We got defend the Rhine, technically, but not much we can really do. But I think for the sake of buying time, I will call my allies in. Right, we made it nice. Get this guy out, and I'm gonna blow this up. Never mind, I can't. Who's left? Is that Denmark already? That's Naples. Okay, that's really bad. Yep. So we're gonna be all in Naples soon. Oh crap, I forgot to defend this. I hate myself. So while I was busy focusing on the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Italy, unexpectedly Spain made a push. Now, I really despise this tile in Spain, because for some reason, there's this one tile in the north of Spain, which you can't really put a proper front line on as France, so it's very difficult to predict and to reinforce the battle, because, I don't know, it really confused me. Maybe it's my brain, guys, or it's just this mod. It's up to you. You guys have to play and see what I mean. Oh, what is this? What is this lag? Okay, there we go. That's stupid. I think the campaign's just already over because of that. That's not even funny. Yeah, I'm gonna just restart. It's not worth it. So yes, first time we tried this, we utterly failed. But I haven't given up just yet. I was going to restart. I was going to think more rationally. I was going to reinforce my front lines. I was going to take things slow and steady. I don't know which part of the front's linked. Is it Bayonne or is it this place? Because it's annoying the heck out of me. This is so dumb. Like, they can just walk in straight away. Like, why did the developers do it like this? They shouldn't just walk straight in like that. So yeah, that's my only really big complaint about this mod, is that one silly tile connecting Spain and France. Otherwise, it's a pretty good mod. Pat on the back, devs. I don't get this. Like, why could Spain walk in both of these tiles? I don't get. Like, why is it like this? Crap, when did this happen? Naples is a war of us. Okay, well. There's an easy fix to that. So, in the following months, all I had to do was simply hold out with the divisions I have got until I can wait to get more divisions from my decisions tab. So the requirement is having 9.6k guns and having so much manpower actually out in the field. It would be preferable if Naples take this. I don't know if it makes a difference, to be fair. I think it's just like resistance stuff. But yeah, we should get 12 divisions in 60 days, according to that. I don't know why it's like this. I mean, I'm at war with Russia, aren't I? Why is it all in the same faction? They're all in the same faction. So I'm not sure what the issue is with it. Like, not displaying at war with Russia properly, but whatever. This game is a mess sometimes. So, with the new batch of 12 divisions I got, I decided to send it into Spain, because, well, I wanted to deal with the Spanish army, and I also wanted to annihilate enemy divisions within Spain, which would prove quite useful later on. And we retreat again. So yeah, this is how you beat this campaign. So I effectively continue this strategy until Spanish divisions basically didn't exist anymore. Spanish divisions gone, we destroyed them all. Yes, we have. Okay, I think we finished them that quickly, but... Right, so with Spain out the war, we could now focus on Portugal and also move our divisions elsewhere. Let's take Lisbon, Porto, the southern ports, and that should be it, really, I think. Well, the British have landed. Well, they're quite a lot in, holy crap. 5 divisions? 8 divisions? 10 divisions? There's 10 British stuck in here. What the heck? So it seems Napoleon caught a disease at Dunkirk from some Austrian guy in the 1940s. Why are they all leaving? I don't get it. Why are they all leaving? Why are they all leaving? What is wrong with this front? Stop all leaving. There we go. I don't know what was wrong with that. Former Marshal of the Empire murdered. Unacceptable. Yes. So yeah, it's not only was my army poor, but my field marshals was also about to be purged for some bizarre reason. So our field marshal situation was only going to get worse. We're going to get less and less generals over time. Okay, there we go. That is Oviedo. I think next I'm going to focus on trying to breach this river line here. But yeah, we are holding. We've taken out Spain. It's pretty huge. Now we've got no southern front to focus on. So yeah, it's kind of continued on for a while. I was trying to breach the river line. Wherever I move my troops, the Russians or the coalition forces basically also move their troops. So I decided to throw in the towel and focus my forces elsewhere. What time to focus on Italy again, I guess? It seemed Austria was the weakest link in the faction. So then I just continued to exploit that fact. Just keep pushing them. Focus on Sardinia. Yes, let's go. So I continued to push into Austria. All was fine until the coalition forces decided to show up and halt my advance again. Okay, we've reached a stalemate. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. Okay, I've taken some divisions off there because now we're focusing on this because we can suddenly push for some reason. Okay, cool. We've actually pushed across the river line. What the heck? Yeah, that even surprised me. But I guess we stalled their divisions from reinforcing the battle. Now we've crossed the river, it should be quite easy to continue advancing into the Germanic countries and try to capitulate a few of these tiny microstates. Swiss have actually have divisions now, which is interesting. They're making their own offensives. The new Swiss troops I saw, I requested them and then I just sent them straight into battle to try to push through. Turns out the Swiss are very good at fighting, apparently. It doesn't surprise me, they had one of the most professional armies. So my next idea, or my next plan, was to essentially make a mad dash to the north of Germany, the German coastline, to cut off the Netherlands to the west and, you know, focus on the east. Like, we've got a new eastern front and we've got a west front. I could somehow cut off the Netherlands completely. So yeah, then the coalition decided to counterattack me and then cut me off in the north of Germany and near the north near the Netherlands, I suppose. Now, I wasn't in any immediate danger, it was just my efforts were kind of in vain, and all what resulted now was a form of total war and confusion. Divisions were going everywhere, I was trying to cut off their divisions, they were trying to cut me off. The southern front was also quite empty as well, there was no single division on the border, so I could just push across the Rhineland and into Bavaria. It was quite strange, but I made my offensive into Bavaria, hoping to also capitulate them and delete their divisions. Because less divisions on the front means a bit of time for me, I suppose. So after much encirclements, we managed to eventually have a form of stable front. Again, pushed back in a few places, but we're pretty secure. Alright, well, here we go. I think it's all over for the coalition. So, all that remained was a very injured Austria, a battered Britain, and the last remnants of a Russian army to stop us. Only 7 to 19 divisions opposed me. What the heck? It's so over. So over for coalition. So over for coalition, bros. 3.33. Yeah, guys. 33. Like the game even knows. Isn't that right, Napoleon? Yeah. What is that division? I think that's the Russians gone. I hope it is. Yes, it is. Okay. So always Sweden and England. Or Great Britain. So I am going to make some submarines to deal with that. There we go, invasion of Britain's beginning. And I don't think there's literally anything to oppose us. One single division. Yes. That's a bit overkill, I think. There we go. We're gonna just, you know, make a fair peace conference, I think. There we go. I think that's a pretty fair peace conference. It looks like Alexander's been exiled to Tamiamiria, so he's just in an Arctic wasteland. And yeah, we get to bask in the glory of our empire. 1821. And there we go. Death of Napoleon Bonaparte. So, he didn't really get long to enjoy his victory and admiration in Paris once he returned, but there we go. Napoleon has died and is replaced by Louis Philippe Orleans. But we're not going to accept that. We're going to do the provisional government, because I think that's probably the best way to end off. French provisional government at 1815, and now we got Napoleon II. So there we go. The end of the campaign. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If there's any more recommendations, make sure to let me know down in the comments. And remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.